Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to share in this video, in this presentation, a conversation around my mentorship coaching program that's designed and created for new individuals looking to start a career and business in the tax preparation and accounting industry. If this video presentation was designed and created for you. My mentorship and coaching program came as a result of me working in this awesome industry for 22 years, 16 of that as a business owner, as an independent tax service. And so over those years, I've helped people set up their own tax service, but never had a dedicated program for that. And so in 2020, I launched my own mentorship and coaching program designed to help the new person looking to get started in this awesome career industry get started. And so my YouTube channel at Coaching with Thomas was designed and created to showcase my knowledge and my skills to let people know that I can help them get started when it comes to having a tax preparation service. And the ones who are looking for mentorship is the ones who I talk to and I target, especially on my Facebook, because people on Facebook inside the different Facebook groups, they express looking for mentorship and guidance, and that's who I specifically work with. There's people who already express that they're looking to work with someone like myself, and I craft my marketing message to speak to you. So in this presentation, we're going to go through 10 slides that's going to give you an overview of what my mentorship and coaching program is all about and what is it designed to help you get done as it relates to you start a business for yourself and not by yourself. One of the things we have to come to understand is that everyone who starts a business will have questions, and they will be ongoing questions as they start and grow their business. And you have a group of people who want to get started with mentorship because they don't want to make the mistakes that you're going to naturally make anyway from being new. And so they want to hedge their best, reducing those mistakes by having someone who has the knowledge and the skills and the insight and the training and support available to them that they can invest in, they can learn from, they can implement, and they can grow from without making all these costly mistakes that they would have done by themselves. Because see, what I realized with my mentorship and coaching program, and what I realized by being in business as long as I have, the new person has a learning curve they have to go through. And the learning curve is that the new person is going to make mistakes naturally, just like I was. I made mistakes naturally from being new to starting the business, not knowing the whole intricate the things that was needed to know right away. You learn those as you go, trial and error. There's some mistakes that we won't recover from in this awesome career industry. And one of those mistakes, if you make a mistake for someone money, you're done. You won't get another chance to get it right. At best, you hope they don't tell they inner circle about you where those people will no longer do business with you as a result of that. And so you don't want to make culture mistakes when it comes to the money people are looking to get or looking to save from your services. And so coaching for success is just the slide that's going to really be the foundation for why you want to invest in mentorship and coaching, because it's designed and created to help you fast track your success, to grow a profitable business, to have someone that's going to guide you through the pitfalls and the minefields of being in business where the mistakes that I made, you don't have to make because I made them for you already. And I get to share those experiences with you so you can save and protect your business right away out the gate from those mistakes and the experience I learned from those and the protocols we implemented to help protect the business as well as the individual who provide the service. So that's the important thing about mentorship. Is designed and created to get a specific result. But when we talk about business is a long-term venture. It doesn't end 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. For the most part, it was intended to be a long-term venture where you can build and grow a business and make enough money that you're going to use that business to take care of you and the family over a long period of time until you decide to retire from that business, is the ideal situation. And you want to be able to grow your business from a one-man show, which a lot of us get started with, to a team of people that's now a part of the business that makes money for you, even if you never show up to the business. And that's the big picture goal you want to get to as a self-employed solopreneur, self-employed individual. Is that it took me 7 years to build a trusted team of people that I didn't have to no longer show up and open up the doors every morning. I no longer had to come 6 days a week if I didn't want to. I no longer had to be there unless I just wanted to, because I had a trusted team of people that I trained and work with day in and day out, who I knew was capable of doing the work and overseeing the business for me. And that's the beauty of ownership, is you want to get to the point where you build a team of trusted professionals and advisors, and employees and independent contractors that's doing the work on your behalf, and they know how you want it done. So when it comes to that, you know, when it comes to starting a tax preparation and accounting firm, while the paperwork aspect of it, it's can be a challenge for some people. Some people, the challenge is that they don't have the confidence in their ability to even go out and do the work as it relates to the paperwork portion of having the business set up. And so as a result of that, they seek other individuals who can help them get it done. So my mentorship program, if you're the person that's new to this, you haven't took any action whatsoever, the best you might have done was Google how to start your own tax prep, how to start your own tax and accounting firm on Google or on YouTube, and you watch some videos and you checking out some people, and you're in the research phase of that, and you're trying to find the right mentor and the coach that's going to help you, who has your best interest at heart, that's going to give you what you need to have, that's going to help you be successful. The key is you got to do the work. You got to show up. You got to learn. You got to implement. You got to be all you can be inside the business based on the guidance and the training and support and leadership that you're given from the person that you invested in. So if you're willing to do that wholeheartedly, 100%, by getting all in, having a made up mind that this is going to be the career and business model that you're going to pursue until you decide to retire from working in general, then that's the right mindset you want to have. A lot of people come online, they looking to start a business, or they looking to make extra income, and they don't get all in emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, financially. They just dip their toe in the water and they try some 30 days here, 60 days here, 90 days here. And if it don't work, they already gave themselves an ultimatum that they're going to go and do something different. And that's the mindset we don't want to have. We want to come to understand that starting a business is a long-term venture. It's going to take time, money, effort, dedication, focus, and a whole lot of other ingredients that's going to help play a role in your overall success. The mindset to you getting started is going to be the foundational piece that's going to help you through the hard times, help you through the difficult times, help you through the times when things just not seem to be going right inside the business like you think they should be. Having the passion and the zeal and the love for what you do is powerful. That's why they tell you to do something that you love, do something you're passionate about, do something you have a desire for, because that's going to be the emotional piece of the puzzle that's going to keep you connected when times are not going your way, when things are not going the way you think they should, when the money is just not coming in, when the clients are just not coming in, when you're just not getting things to go the way you want them to go, period. You got to have a reason and a why for why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And it can't be strictly for money, because your mind is not wired that way to do anything strictly for the money successfully anyway. And so when you come to understand that, then you want to do something that you're familiar with, that you like, you have a passion for, that you're good at, that you can invest and learn more about, that you can master. So when you go out there, like myself, if you're in the service-based industry like me, where you're providing a service to the new person that's looking to get started, you get to point them in the right direction, you get to educate them, you get to show them and tell them and explain to them what we're about to get on, what journey we headed to. And if you looking to go where I'm going and do what I'm doing, follow me wholeheartedly. Don't have step. Don't have doubts. Don't have fear. Those things might be naturally, might be a natural byproduct of getting started, but we want to be able to alleviate those through having someone that's going to guide us through this process of starting and growing a profitable business for ourselves. And that's important. Another thing, results. We want to have a results-driven training mentorship for the business success. My whole attitude and outlook is all about helping a new person that's looking to get started with getting results. And the results don't take long, and the results not necessarily connected to money right away, but it's the results that you need to come to understand is dealing with. We're in a knowledge-based industry. People come to us because they assume we have the knowledge and skills and the training needed to help them get a result. And that's the reason why they come to you. And so we want to focus on the training, the knowledge piece, getting good at that. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, the more we know, the more we're able to help, the more money we can make. And so that's the challenge with the new person. It's number one, they're starting off new. They're just learning in this. And then some people gonna take a different length of time in mastering tax preparation knowledge and skills, professional software knowledge and skills, basic marketing knowledge and skills. Those are the three elements that I focus on for the new person that's getting started, because those are the key essentials that separately they're important, but all together they work synergistically to help you get the success you want to have. And for the new person getting started, you can get away with some stuff by being new, by not acting like you knew. And what I mean by that is you don't sit at the desk and you have a client in front of you and you're all nervous and you're stuttering and you got to keep stopping several times to get help from someone that's in the office to complete a tax return. That type of behavior won't help you to start and grow and make money, because people will not sit there and go through that behavior and situation with you. And so you have to come to understand that even though I'm new, I don't want to act like I'm new. I don't want to look like I'm new. I don't want to talk like I'm new. I want to come in with confidence, with a desire to be helpful, a desire to be an invaluable resource to the client that's sitting here, because I had their best interest at heart. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them make it. And that's the mindset you want to have with your people that you want to work with. And so it's a whole lot of moving pieces to having a business and starting a business and growing a business and building a business and scaling a business that, of course, I can't cover all that in this presentation, because that'll take all week. So this is a in-depth overview on what my mentorship coaching program is about and what you get if you join. And so the next slide will be a detailed conversation to see if I can start and grow a tax accounting business with targeted training and support. This mentorship program was created to help individuals who are new to the tax preparation industry who prefer mentorship as a way to grow their business. So that's the people I'm targeting. It's people who already expressed that they're looking for someone to help guide them and get them started and help them grow a profitable business for themselves, but not by themselves. That's my target audience when it comes to the people I'm looking to work with. And then if I niche down even more, I might have a specific avatar that I attach to that. Like I might say, I'm looking for a woman between 25 and 35 who's looking to get started in this career industry in accounting and tax and accounting, and she wants to be able to make six figures or more in 12 months or less, and she's willing to do the work, and she's willing to invest in herself because she comes to understand what she wants out of life. It's going to take that type of effort and dedication and focus to make happen. And so that's the person that I'm looking to work with. It's the person that understands that the investment that's needed, they understand they have to make that happen in order to get what they want. And they understand having someone who has skills and knowledge and training and insight, who've been there and done that to help them on a journey, is vitally important and priceless to be able to find the right one, the right connection, the right fit for them. Is real important. Professional software and training, for some reason, it's not showing up like I want. So we're going to talk about that anyway. Professional tax software training is simply, we do work using software. Software allows us to mass produce tax returns much quicker and much efficient than trying to do each one by hand. The forms it takes for that varies from client to client. And so the time it takes to fill out each form by hand will be ridiculously slower and inefficient than having software to count on. So we use professional software that works different from consumer software. Consumer software was meant for the individual person who was doing their own taxes. Professional software is for the person who prepare taxes for a living, and they may have professional credentials or they might not. The bottom line is they have the credentials needed to purchase professional software and work with a third-party bank to collect their fees on their behalf. You know what I'm saying? So the software piece is one of the elements that we want to master, because that's the tool we're gonna use to mass produce the results we want to get. That's gonna allow us to make our income goals come true when we get started in 2024. And so through my mentorship, I help you get the right software based on your overall budget. So if you told me you had $750 to spend on software, I would show you software in that price range. But since I work with people that's brand new with no prior training experience, they normally take my recommendations for software. And since I have to be a software reseller of TaxLab Pro, they normally go with the software that I recommend because I chose that software because number one, it's user friendly, easy to navigate and learn from, and I make it affordable from two aspects. One, if you can't afford the one-time investment price, I give you payment options, especially if you're part of the mentorship program. If you're part of the mentorship program where you paid for my full-fledged coaching program, either tier one or tier two, it's included in the price. So you get the software that's included. You get tax preparation training and skills uh, included. Those things are included in the mentorship package. And so that's how that works. And so tax preparation, training and support, individual income taxes, 1040, schedules A, B, C, D, and others is what you get to learn about. And so my approach to teaching you basic income taxes is from a different approach than what the industry teaches as far as the information that they give you. The information that I use is universal, but the way I teach it is piecemeal. And if I find students that can handle the traditional uh, problems and scenarios that come with training, I'll turn them on to those and they can learn from those. But for the most part, over my career, I've run across the majority of people who can't learn it in that way. So I've always taught it in a much more piecemeal fashion, meaning I'm going to give you little by little where it builds on one another till you still going to get the same information from that particular problem, but you won't get all of it at one time, especially if it's a problem that got so many things going on in it. You know what I'm saying? So I slowly build on each other. That's more beneficial to the students I've been working with over the years. And so that's the beauty of knowledge and skills, that you got to master this here, get good at this here, because the more you know about this here, the more money you can make. 1040 tax preparation is so much money to be made just in preparing individual tax returns for people. And if you get good at that, and if you get good at marketing, you might not be the best at doing the work, but if you get good at marketing, where you can put yourself in front of people that you can make clients and make the money, that separates you from people who can't go out and get clients. And so that's the thing we all struggle from, is that regardless of what business model, what niche, what industry, we all need customers, buyers, and clients for our businesses to make the money we want to make. And so we want to master and embrace marketing. That's going to be the fuel to the fire that we're going to utilize to help us get the clients we need to make the money we want to make inside of our businesses and hit the income goals we want to make. The next thing is the 4-step process to having a tax and accounting business. These are the 4 steps right here. Step 1, ID.me on IRS.gov. We got to have an online account because the online account is going to give us access to step 3, which is e-file provider's application. This is the EFIN, which stands for electronic filing identification number. That's a 6-digit number that we use to purchase professional software and register with third-party banks to collect our fees on our behalf. See, people that's in the middle class and low income families with children, they generally walk away with nice sized refunds and not usually paying out of pocket. And so we got to make sure we can collect our money legally by having a third party bank vendor that's part of the program and part of the refund process that's going to collect our fees on our behalf from the client. Anything less than what I'm talking about is illegal. So it's illegal for someone to have your refund go to their account, regardless if it's a business account or a personal account. It makes no difference. It's still illegal. And you don't want to deal with people who want to have your refund go to their account, take their money out, and forward you the rest. That's illegal all day long. You don't want to deal with those type of individuals. Step 2, EIN business setup. So we talk about the different business structures. Sole proprietorship is the most simplest form of ownership. You don't have to have an EIN number, but we recommend you do. That's a recommendation the IRS told us years ago to let our clients know that it's not mandatory, but recommend. And so we talk about sole proprietorship, we talk about LLCs, multi-member, single-member partnerships, corporations, S corps. So those are the basic 5 business structures that we talk about and go through. You know what I'm saying? And the most 2 common ones people start with is sole proprietorship or LLC. And then, like I said, step 3 was the e-file provider's application. The fingerprint process has changed. Now, when we fill out the application at irs.gov, once we get the online account, which is the first step, because without having an online account, you can't get to step 3, which means you can't get the number needed to buy professional software and register with a third party bank, which means you got to work under somebody who has an EFIN, and you don't want to have to do that unless you just looking to do that getting started to learn and grow and build from, and then eventually convert over to getting your own. Then that's a different aspect if that's what your mindset makes you comfortable with getting done as you get started. And the fourth step is the PTIN application that can be done the same day. And so right now it was reduced from 35.75 to 19.75. So they reduced it this year, which is a good thing. We don't know what it's going to be next year. We never do. Every year it's a case by case situation. So those are the 4 steps to having those are 4 steps to having a tax preparation service right there. This here, professional credentials. We got CPAs, EA, and tax attorneys. A certified public accountant is a state license. Enrolled agent is a federal license by the IRS. Tax attorneys, most common corporate lawyers, state license. Out of the 3 professional credentials you can get, EA is number 1 because it's a federal license that's given to you by the IRS, and the other 2 I mentioned are by the state. So the federal supersedes the state when it comes to what you can do as a tax professional. So a lot of CPAs will have dual status, being CPA/EAs, because the EA is the umbrella that covers everything, meaning I can work with clients from all 50 states, even though I haven't done them as clients, I can get them as referrals. They might have issues going on where they might need representation, and so EA can represent a client. Well, all 3 can represent a client, but EA has the power to represent clients at all 50 states. And so that's the beauty of it. That's where the money comes from. Having the ability to represent clients that you didn't do their initial original tax returns from, and you don't even know, but you got them through a referral, or you got them through word of mouth, or you got them through marketing and advertising. But the bottom line is that's how you make your money from an EA, especially if you're working for yourself, unless you're working for a corporate entity that's paying you big money. And so that's how that works for the professional credentials that's available out here as you decide to see what route you want to go, what path you want to go when it comes to having credentials. And so that's basically how that works. The next thing is Tier 1 offering for individuals looking to start and grow a profitable tax and accounting firm from scratch, meaning they ain't done nothing. The best they might have done was done some research on Google or on YouTube, and they got the information that talks about the steps needed to set up, but they haven't done anything, meaning they need somebody to walk them through all that. So I'll walk you through all that on Zoom. Those 4 steps I just mentioned, the ID.me, EIN setup, e-file provider's application, PTIN application. We do all that on Zoom with one another, so you understand what that's about, so you can show somebody else one day how that goes. And so the Tier 1 offering is $2,559. It includes tax preparation, it includes professional software training, it includes targeted training and guidance, team building option, additional income stream opportunities, and much, much more you get through working with me in my mentorship and coaching program. A customized approach to mentorship program based on your vision for your business. The price could vary, will decrease if you don't need the full coaching program services. And so that's how that works. It's customizable based on what you need. This here is an example of a customized mentorship package. If you have already your EIN, EFIN, and PTIN done, then the price point will be reduced by $1,000 to $1,559. So you save $1,000 if you already got those 4-step process already taken care of. Another example, if you have everything done from the above example, you just want mentorship and guidance during the actual tax season, is actual tax season only, that would be $895. That's for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Because we deal with year-round support. Tier 1 and Tier 2 comes with 18 months of mentorship and guidance that are $2,559 or $1,559. So that's significant difference in the 3 offerings altogether. And so based on where you're at, that's what you have available to you. We have some people who just ain't ready to do any of that. They want to learn how to prepare taxes first, because that's the first steps to starting your own business anyway is acquiring the knowledge and skills. So I have a basic income tax course that I teach where I do two things. I order the publication form straight from the IRS.gov website on your behalf, or I give you the information that you order yourself, whatever you feel comfortable and confident with is how you normally do that. And so that's how that basically works. And so, like I said, the $8.95 is for people who got all their credentials set up, but they still new, and all they want me for is to have me on their team doing actual tax season, which is from January to December 31st, for a flat investment of $895. And what I do is review all your tax returns for you to make sure the information is done accurately and professionally, make sure all the documentation required is collected and saved and put away, especially if you're using the software that I recommended. You're able to upload those documents to the software for each client. So now you have them in one place digitally where you don't have to worry about paperwork anymore. You don't have to worry about keeping files anymore. You don't have to worry about the risk of somebody stealing those anymore. So that's what that's about. And so you will receive a variety of resources to grow and build a profitable business from professionals and individuals in different industries that I believe would be helpful to you growing your business much more faster and more efficiently than if you were doing this by yourself. That's the whole reason for investing in mentorship and coaching style programs, because they designed and created to help you build and grow much faster than you ever would if you tried to figure this out all by yourself and make the natural mistakes all new people make in the process of starting and growing a business. And so that's where I come in at, is I remove all the guesswork to getting started. I help you get set up really fast. I help you become profitable in your first year, but you must take action on every single thing that I tell you to do. Anything less than deviating from what I'm suggesting you do inside your business, your results is going to be a hit and a miss, and I'm not responsible for your results. You are. And so you must be willing to do the work. You must be willing to show up. You must be willing to be all you can be inside your business to get the results of success you want to have, and to position yourself as a leader to help other people. That's how you build a team, is by positioning yourself as a leader, a trusted advisor in the marketplace, leveraging social media if you choose to leverage social media versus local strategies, or both. That's how that really works. So for the person that's looking for mentorship, guidance, training, support, leadership, accountability, and all of the other missing pieces of the puzzle that's needed to have a successful business for yourself and not by yourself. If you want to learn more, don't hesitate to reach out, 773-782-1320. Let's talk, let's chat, let's see if I can possibly help you get started and see if we're a good fit on top of that. And from there, we do a phone call normally, and then we back it up with a Zoom call to see if we still on the right page, see if we are still a good fit, see if I can still possibly help you based on our initial conversation that we had. So if you want to learn more and you're ready to take action, it's never too late to position yourself to be ready for 2024 tax season by taking action right now. I'll see you in my next presentation.